Yeah, there's a lot of sexism in the Hershey community. And it's fucked up. I mean, what else is there to say? The green M&M was so like drop dead, like hot, like ooze sex appeal. Like there was no question about it.
I'm so shocked Pete Davidson has not tried to fuck the green M&M.
I mean, there was no question about it. Like you would look at that M&M and be like, that is like a sexual.
It's kind of like creature. I'm sure like a lot of people would agree that there was.
Oh, like she is so hot. Like Sydney Sweeney who?
Hello, everybody.
Hey, guys.
Welcome to Brooke and Connor Make a Podcast.
Yes.
I'm here with Brooke.
And I'm here with Connor.
And we're here.
And we are two former roommates turned friends, turned enemies, turned friends again, turned podcasters. And that's what you're seeing. And we're really glad you're here today.
You know, it's funny. I was thinking about this morning. I got a Snapchat memory of me coming into your room, and Brooke used to live. So somehow it was myself, Brooke, and our roommate Jack Martin, who's on NBC now. So
yeah,
he's a celebrity. He got the big master bedroom. I got a bunk bed, and Brooke got two twin beds.
Yeah, of course.
And I walked into the room one morning and I sat on the bed.
And I was fully unconscious.
Brooke wakes up like
still
this.
In REM.
Brooke wakes up like this, and if you're watching on the video, you'll see what I'm about to do. But she's not like a. She's like a.
Well, it's because I could feel you staring at me.
I'm sure that was alarming for you.
Yeah,
I don't know
why. Of course, and filming me I was asleep.
Hang on, taken out of context.
Not really at all.
It's not taken out of context. That's what happened.
No,
but it wasn't like I was gonna like scare you awake. You know, like I wasn't like filming you sleep.
Was that your plan to scare me awake?
Yeah,
but
and
I beat
did
you
it
to
just,
it,
like,
and I scared myself awake. Yeah, but anyway, and now we're here.
That was a year ago.
That was a year ago today. Now we're here, still loving each other.
Yep.
And I missed you this weekend. How was your weekend?
My weekend was really good. I went to Aspen.
Mm-hmm.
I got back this morning and came straight from LAX.
Outer space.
Yeah, to make this podcast.
You
with
are just the hardest worker I know,
I
Connor.
know.
Seriously, give yourself a pat on the back. What? Oh, make sure. Yeah,
it's not easy. Mic. It's not easy.
No, it's not.
To go to Aspen.
No, your life is so hard.
Yeah. How was your weekend?
It was good. I was missing you horribly. I was thinking about you because I tried to do dry January this weekend because my January before this weekend had been literally
wet,
soaking wet that I just needed to dry up.
You had the wettest January known to man.
I know, it was scary. How many of you were scared? Me. I was really scared.
I was really scared.
Yeah, it was terrifying. I think everyone was a little bit scared about that. So I just wanted to participate in dry January just to know that I can be dry and still have a blast. And I did. I had a great weekend. But on the contrary, you were doing dry January.
I did dry January for
up until this weekend when I was dry and you were having
wet.
You were having a wet January.
I'd
and
say it was
something
a little
about us that I just want to like say up front is that we are constantly reverse cycling. Like we do not have our periods at the same time. Like I'm up, you're down, I'm up.
I'll tell you
and
what.
That was what.
Speaking of periods.
Yeah. And I knew you were going to have something to say about that.
And I do. And I always do because I've asked you this question before. I think guys, obviously we're not experiencing the entire wrath of
the menstrual cycle.
But I think guys have some version of a period.
I think.
And I say that with a grain of salt.
You probably maybe just feel sad one day and are looking for something to blame it on besides like taking accountability for your emotions and like being okay with having feelings.
Somebody
got
a new therapist this week, by the way.
I did. And we can circle back to that. I just love her already, even though we've had one 15-minute phone
And
call.
she's really short and her name's Brooke. And I'm not kidding.
I don't know if you can say that.
Being short?
No, her name.
HIPAA violations.
I think
I'm not a doctor. I don't have to abide by HIPAA.
Patient-doctor confidentiality.
Well, you told me that, so that's an NDA that you have to take up with little Brooke, the therapist.
I will take that up with her. But What were you saying? Why do I have a new therapist? Oh, you're not taking accountability for your emotions.
Because I said men have periods.
Right. Yeah, you probably
And is this how this whole thing's going to go? We're going to have to backtrack 40 steps to figure out what we were talking about?
I think so. We kind of just get a little carried away sometimes. But getting carried away is fine.
Well, I just want to say, like...
What were we talking about?
Dry January.
Your period.
And my period.
You think you get your period and I'm just telling you.
No, because we're reverse cycling and you drank this weekend and the entire time I was dry Januarying. I didn't have the same experience Brooke had. Brooke was like, oh, it's so nice to know that like I don't have to drink and I can still go out and have fun. I needed all new friends. I was hanging out with my friends and I was not drinking and I was like, you guys are maniacs.
Well, I wouldn't say I had like fun, but it was like, I'm here. I'm existing. I can be here.
Well, what's the point?
I do kind of think what's the point, but it's just nice to know that you can do it sometimes.
It's a good challenge for yourself.
It is a good challenge.
Anyways, I got 18 days in. That's the longest I've gone, I think, since high school without
And did you break your dry January at the wedding that we went to together?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And Brooke and I went to a wedding.
We went to a really amazing wedding together this month.
Right.
2 of our friends, Courtney, who you might know from the internet as average fashion blogger, and our friend Tristan, who's also just like the funniest person in the world. They're the 2 funniest people I think I know. Right. Besides you, of course. That goes without saying.
Seriously.
Decided to get married. Tristan is a gay man, and Courtney is a straight woman.
Who's dating.
Who is dating around.
She's dating around.
Yeah. So their marriage lasted 24 hours, but it was less than 24 hours, but it was one hell of a ride. Seriously.
It was one hell of a ride. And it was fun to watch. And Matt King officiated.
And you missed the wedding because you were late because you ordered food to your house when the wedding started.
Yep. And I have to... Ooh, I just ran out of breath because I didn't breathe for a long time while you were talking.
It's okay. It takes a little bit of getting used to.
I wasn't sure what you were going to say. Am I going to cry? Maybe I'm on my male period right now.
Take accountability.
Yeah. So
acknowledge your emotions.
I need to recognize the space that I'm in, which is a great space.
And I'm happy to hold that space with you for whenever you need.
Speaking of kind of a random thought, if you're listening on Thursday, if today is Thursday and you're listening.
Ooh, good way to segue to that.
We're doing a Twitter Spaces. And our Twitter is at BNCMAP.
Yeah, so we'll be happy to tune in with you there.
I'm excited to do Twitter Space. I used to do Clubhouse all the time.
Yeah.
Well, that I used to do Clubhouse all the time.
I know you were really, really good
I used to listen to Tiffany Haddish in the bathtub. Those 2 things aren't related.
I know. We used to go on that NYU Girls show, and they would do like a dating show, and everybody wanted to date Connor.
Yep.
And I don't think anyone ever wanted to date me.
It's fascinating, and it's a real testament to, and you bring this up all the time.
I do.
That I get almost no matches on dating apps.
That's not true at all.
My voice and the way that I choreograph my sentences.
I can stop you right there and tell you that what it is that girls love funny guys.
That's why I don't go to the gym.
Guys are scared of funny girls.
How so?
Because they're too intimidating, because they're so smart and hot.
Guess who's gonna love to hear that?
Who?
Therapist Brooke.
I'm serious. It's a fact. It's not like a...
Oh, no, I know it. I know it is. And I know it is because John Mulaney is dating Olivia Munn.
John Mulaney's dating Olivia Munn. Every other male comedian is dating some sort of model. And you don't see like Amy Schumer with Brad Pitt.
Well,
do you kind of know what I'm saying?
I do. I understand what you're saying. And there was a good thing about that on that show, Sex Lives of College Girls.
Oh, yeah. That was a really good show.
Where she was like, they're having intercourse several different ways. And what's also really funny about that.
Can you add that story?
Wait, I have such a funny story. It's so funny. Okay. I'm going to back up. Sex Lives of College Girls, which, by the way, whoever's naming shows these days needs to go back to grad school. I'm watching this show, and I go, this guy comes in fully naked and is having intercourse with this girl. And I go, I met him last night. And he comes up to me at the Spotify Wrapped party.
And I was there in LA
next
to him, and I can vouch for this.
Oh my God, dude. Everybody tells me I look like you. He's shredded, like nicest body I've ever seen. I was like, well, what the fuck? No way. I was like, hell yeah. And he's like, yeah, look, even my ex-girlfriend Even my ex-girlfriend texted me last night and shows me the text and goes, "Oh my God, this is the uglier version of you." And it was a TikTok of mine. And I was like, why did you show me that?
It was like Connor wasn't even alone. It was like there were like a group of like
people.
5 of us, and that guy was showing us text with his girlfriend that was like, here's an ugly version
everyone's
of you.
jaw was on the floor. I was like, oh my God, that's crazy.
But anyway, he does. I think you're hotter, Connor. Seriously.
Thanks. Well, he did DM me. His name's Will Ropp. He's in Sex Lives of College Girls.
But yeah, anyway, if you watch the 3rd episode of Sex Lives of College Girls, you can see
he's called a hot ab guy.
A Connor lookalike having sex in a lot of different ways with this girl. I personally could not watch that scene because it was a little too close to home for me to be seeing you in that. There he is. Yeah, there's Connor.
Like back when I had a jawline.
Yeah.
I lost my jawline in November or December. I fleeted.
Well, you don't need one.
Because I'm funny.
Exactly. Bingo. But I do.
Shut up.
Need one.
I think we could all use a little jawline. I would love mine back.
And
if you find it, let me know.
If any gua sha companies are watching that, if you would be able to sponsor this, that would be really helpful. Thank you.
I just got a wait, I'm supposed to be working on not cutting you off.
Okay. I did start a story about going to a wedding about 35 minutes ago. And then you were able to take that in a completely different direction. And I would like to bring it back if that's okay with you.
Just say over when you're done. Over. And then I'll know when I can start.
Over.
Okay.
Can I talk about the wedding?
Well, I want to talk about...
Of course you do. Of course you do. What do you want to talk about, Connor?
Can I finish the thing about...
Yeah, sure. Oh,
Will?
yeah. Go ahead.
I don't remember what I was going to say. Yes, I do. Okay, so he DM'd me 2 days ago and said, oh, I just got a Hinge match. And they said they matched with him because he looked like me.
He got a Hinge match?
And they said, you look like Fibula.
Yeah, you do look scary-like, I will say. It is pretty alarming. But yeah, do you mind at all if I go back to talking about the wedding?
Take the reins.
Thanks. Basically, there was a beautiful wedding. Matt King was the officiant. If you know Matt, he's great. And he is legally ordained. So I'm not sure what you have to go through legally to actually get married.
I'm a minister.
Sure, Connor, tell me about more of your ministry.
That's it.
Okay.
That's all I had. I just wanted to chime in.
Okay, I know you do. Of course you do.
It's really easy to get ordained is what I was going to say.
Okay, well, I don't know if you would maybe know, are they legally married because Matt was administering the wedding and there were so many witnesses? Or I don't think they went to the courthouse or anything.
It's a gray area, I believe, because there was no license involved, but there were witnesses. Exactly. He's legally ordained as a minister. Mm-hmm. So I don't know how many more hoops you have to jump through to be married, but I mean, it was a wedding. It was everything of the sort. Right.
Emotionally, currently they're divorced, but physically and legally they might still be married. But anyway, the wedding started at 12:30.
There's lots of straight women that are married to gay men.
Yes.
So I don't think that was like the nail in the coffin by any means. I just wanted to...
No, I just was trying to express the fact that they're not actually like romantically interested in each other.
Because they're dating other people.
Sure. They're both single, but sure. Anyway, it started at 12:30. You didn't arrive for a few hours later because you can't get it together, really. And that's fine. Right?
Whoa.
No, I didn't mean to be that a mean way at all. Sorry if that came across that way.
And let me, please, can I...
Yeah, you can.
Can I explain myself?
Yeah, permission.
Permission to speak, please. I was late because I wanted to make sure I had a full meal before I went on a party bus.
Right.
Because you know what happens on party buses.
I do, and it was actually...
You know what happens on party buses.
Anyone knows what happens on party buses. And I did not eat.
And I ate, and that's why...
And now we can see why kind of the night went as it did.
Mm-hmm. But so we were not allowed into Saddle Ranch.
But if you're going to give me a mimosa at 12:30 p.m. PST...
Right.
And you're going to say, this is only the beginning, and you have to keep going for the rest of the day. I mean, I'm going to be crying by 8 outside of Saddle Ranch. And that goes without saying, and I don't think that is my fault. Yeah, but you were really, really, I remember, and I want to say thank you for being really, really nice to me that day. I remember everyone else had left, and you were...
I wasn't going to bring it up.
Rubbing my back, and then I choked on my gum, and you were really supportive about that.
Yeah.
So thank you, Connor.
Well,
for being
you know what they say about swallowing gum? I don't know. It's not good for you, I'm sure. Anyways,
well,
you watching?
Good news is I did throw it up. So woo, yeah, let's rock.
You watching any TV or anything?
Oh, yeah. There's a few shows that I'd like to discuss with you. First,
why don't you
and
start?
Yeah, I am. First,
I didn't watch Euphoria last night, so you can't talk about it.
But can I just talk about it in general?
You can talk about the first 2 episodes, please.
I think it's really, really good.
Yeah.
And really, really different. I was just talking to my friend last night about how this season is like all about. Last season, it was just like every episode, something insane was happening plot wise.
I'm sorry. Did you see episode 1? I gasped and I rewinded.
I feel like it's more just like character development this season instead of like insane plot happenings.
Yeah.
Do you
And guess
disagree?
what? I have an opinion. Zendaya has fallen absolutely flat as my least favorite character in the show now, which is shocking to me.
Well, I don't think she's necessarily likable at all.
She's kind of
especially
just
after last night, which you haven't seen, so I won't say anything. I won't say
don't.
anything. I won't say anything. But I don't think she's
To
supposed
me, she's
be
a
likable.
filler. I think Sydney Sweeney has absolutely stolen the show, and I think she's the new Sarah Paulson. I think she could be really good in American Horror Story.
Yeah.
And I call Sydney Sweeney.
I have never ever heard somebody say Sydney Sweeney is the next Sarah Paulson.
Well, I'm sorry. In so many ways. What I will say about Sydney Sweeney is someone called her a convertible this weekend because she always takes her top off.
She does.
And like every 10 minutes, she must be getting paid so much money to. She's also really good in White Lotus.
She's so talented. Although, like, not that I can act, so like, where do I have any room saying anything? I feel like she does play the same character and everything, which is like fine. If you have one good character, stick to it. But I would be really interested in seeing her do something else.
Like what?
If she wants to. Like, I don't know.
She's so good. She's just
so good, but she's
talented.
always like the same kind of like flat.
You know who's taken my number 1 spot as my favorite character on the show?
Fezco?
Nope. Alexa Demas.
Demi? Alexa Demi?
Alexa Demi.
Yeah, she's so good.
So
I mean, they're all so good at scary. Although I will say I can't really watch Jacob Elordi just because when you know someone in person, kind of like the way I know Jacob from the times we've met.
So Brooke has met Jacob Elordi once.
Twice.
Huh?
When I saw him at Jimmy Kimmel, at the Jimmy Kimmel taping.
She went to a live Jimmy Kimmel show.
Yeah.
And he was on the stage.
I was in the front row. So he clearly saw me and we made eye contact. And so that was kind of the first time we met, laying, the foundation for, the relationship, whatnot.
Right.
And then the second time you were there, we were at a bar and I went right up to him.
And said,
he
Jacob,
is like
do you remember me?
6'9" and I'm 4'11".
He is the tallest.
And I don't think he could even hear me because we were like on a different plane.
Right. I want to say
and
Jacob Elordi.
He did remember me from Jimmy Kimmel, by the way.
Did he?
He said, thanks for coming. And so, yeah. And moral of the story is it's kind of just hard for me to watch him after those two, up close, personal, intimate moments that we had.
Don't spoiler alert me.
Okay.
But is anything... No. Okay, I'm spoiler alerting. So if you haven't seen episode...
Plug your ears.
If you haven't seen episode 2, I'm giving you 3 seconds to skip 15 seconds ahead. 3, 2, 1. Jacob Elordi tells Sydney Sweeney, we can't be hooking up anymore in episode 2. Now, does anything happen with that in episode 3? Without spoiler?
Of course.
Okay, I'm just curious. I'm watching it tonight.
But even in episode 2, he said we can't be hooking up anymore, and then 5 seconds later they were having sex.
Right. That's how
every single.
That's how it happens.
Yeah. Anyway,
we've all been there.
Anyway, love the show. And Jacob, if you're watching this, would love to hang again if you want or not. It's completely fine, whatever you want to do.
He could pick you up and throw you.
And I wish he would. I actually did have to take him off of my crush list because, there are some people that are just too hot that it's like I'm not even like, it wouldn't even be fun for me or interesting. Like I would just be miserable dating you.
I stand by you there because he is a specimen. They should study him in science.
It's terrifying. It's like not even like it makes fake robot person.
It's robot. You can't be that attractive.
No. I can't. I mean, I could do a whole podcast episode analyzing his facial features. And
don't even get me started on the way that God pieced him together, where his torso is this big, but his legs could wrap around a redwood tree.
You said something really funny once about wanting to put your whole
I want to put my body into a
maker.
waffle maker, and I want to come out looking like I want it to just press me into the shape of Jacob Elordi.
And I would do the same thing with Sydney Sweeney.
It's gorgeous.
And that would be a good podcast.
Me as Jacob and you as Sydney Sweeney.
And from that waffle maker.
That too much. It's too much.
Although I wonder if we would still be able to be funny.
No.
Even though not saying we're funny now, but you can't have it all.
You can't have it all.
You can't have. That is interesting. People who turn hot later in life and like were able to like.
Can you give an example of who turned hot later in life?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who?
I'm just saying if there was someone theoretically that turned hot later in life and became funny because during their upbringing they were maybe not as hot and needed their funny wit and personality to kind of carry them.
You were saying that would just be a fascinating
that wouldn't be
development, or
I'm just interested in studying that. Someone who's hot and funny.
Yeah, wait. Who like is that. Hot and funny? You know who's gorgeous and funny?
Who?
Chelsea Handler.
Yeah.
Is like a really good example of someone who, obviously she's a little bit older, but she is like healthy and pretty and she's funny.
Yeah, but it's just really interesting how like Sydney Sweeney and Jacob Elordi, like they are not comedians, and I don't think that anyone who ever looked like either of them would be. Right. We've had some version of this conversation, I think, every day of our entire life. Right, but that's just where my head is right now. Are you watching anything else?
Yeah, I'm watching Pen 15. Finally.
You're kidding.
No,
you wouldn't watch that. Because you told me
I don't really like it, to be honest.
Connor. That is heartbreaking, but I do think...
It kind of creeps me out a little bit.
Well...
Because those are adult women portraying...
Right, and that is the comedy of the
minors.
show.
Yeah.
Right, and that's why
weirds me out. Every version of that weirds me out. I think you just like don't
have that connection to like adolescence and puberty that I do.
Right.
Like I love Big Mouth. I love Pen 15. Like my adolescence, I feel like really, really formed me and was like incredibly awkward. And I think maybe you didn't have as awkward an experience. Maybe I think you were on the football team, right?
Yeah,
you
were
just
popular.
Like popular and cool. Yeah, so no wonder you don't like that show.
Me.
I know. Look at
just
you now.
Kidding. No, I was from Texas. I am from Texas, so it was very different.
Yeah, I think so.
It was very football and very.
Yeah, that just breaks my heart that you can't relate to that, but whatever, that's fine.
I'm doing my best. I told you I have a period, I think.
Yeah, I know. Good for you.
Thanks.
Hey guys, we want to take a quick break to thank another sponsor of today's episode, HelloFresh. You might be wondering, what is HelloFresh?
What is HelloFresh?
Well, let me tell you, Connor. With HelloFresh, you get farm fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. Skip trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. That's why it's America's #1 meal kit.
Guess what, Brooke?
What?
It's a new year. It's a great time to focus on what's most important to you. To be healthy, if that's important to you. And it's easy with HelloFresh. HelloFresh is here to help with the endless options to make cooking at home simple and enjoyable. HelloFresh delivers pre-portioned ingredients to your door, including farm-fresh produce that arrives within a week, so you get the convenience without skimping on quality. Skip the trip to the grocery store, save the time and the holiday lines, and ensure you don't waste money on a bunch of excess foods.
Connor?
What?
Do not forget dessert by any means.
I would never.
No, please, I know you wouldn't. Satisfy your sweet tooth with seasonal, limited time goodies like Dunkaroos cookie dough or a Vanilla Delight cheesecake. Well, and I just personally love HelloFresh because it is super easy and I am super lazy, so those go together really well.
Right.
Yeah.
I go to like grocery stores for no reason besides to walk around and listen to music and look at people. I never end up leaving with anything I need.
So now you can just listen
with
to your
HelloFresh,
music.
they send you the stuff that makes the dish.
Right. So you can take trips to the grocery store for pleasure.
For pleasure and not business.
And eat food this time with HelloFresh.
Right. Go to HelloFresh.com/BNC16 and use code BNC16 for up to 16 free meals and 3, count them, 1, 2, 3 free gifts. That's HelloFresh.com/BNC16 and use code B and C16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 free gifts. HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit.
I've been watching Queer Eye.
You have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On loop. It is truly like the only thing that makes me feel anything.
It's a good comfort show.
It is the best comfort show in the world. Like if I am in the pits of depression, the only thing that could ever pull me out is an episode of Queer Eye.
That's crazy.
Do you watch?
I have watched. Something that's fascinating about Queer Eye to me is that my dad watches it.
That is
and
absolutely
really
fascinating
likes it
to me as well.
And cries.
Wow.
Yeah, and he watches it like by himself.
That's really sweet. I cry every single episode.
Do you?
Yeah. Do you have a favorite?
I haven't seen the new season. I know there's a new season.
Well, it's the same cast each season, so you're in luck there.
Oh, a favorite of the Fab Five.
Yeah.
I think the one that the one I can't remember his name, but
I can help.
And I don't know. I just know his responsibility is like
Karamo.
He doesn't do one of them doesn't do anything.
Karamo's like, oh, look in the mirror and tell yourself I love you 5 times.
He's like a confidence.
Yeah, culture
guy. And I'm like, this is like the person who got hired. How do I say it?
He was like a reality TV host before.
Oh.
Turned psychologist. Now.
I didn't know he was a psychologist. I thought it was like
no formal training to be a psychologist whatsoever.
Because he shows up and is like,
on that
hey,
role.
You got this.
If he
portion is over.
If he looked at me in the eyes and said, "You can do it," I would burst into tears, inconsolable, and truly would be able to do it.
Do you think so?
I absolutely know so.
That's.
I think if I could have one of the Fab Five help me, I would need him.
Yeah.
To just be like, look in the mirror, tell yourself I love you, and that would change the entire trajectory of my life.
I have a question.
And Connor, I'm in the middle of a
Sorry,
sentence.
I'm going to forget, but go ahead.
Okay, go ahead. No, you go ahead because I'll remember.
What? They just take them and buy them 3 really expensive outfits?
No, so many outfits.
Okay. Because I always think about Ty Pennington moved that house and they get rid of most of the person's stuff. And I'm like, this person can't afford to go get a full new wardrobe.
Do you want to hear something horrible? Which just shows you how crazy I was as a kid. I tried to light my house on fire with a magnifying glass and a flashlight when I was 10 so that we could go on Extreme Home Makeover. And obviously the magnifying glass never caught flame. But is that really bad?
That's another new therapist session for you. When I was younger, I tried to set my house on fire.
Well, yeah,
that's
it
serial killer vibes.
It didn't catch on fire, and that's great news.
No, I tried to break my arm one time because I wanted to cast to look like.
Too.
I wanted to look like Ryan Sheckler.
I did too. I was catfished by Ryan Sheckler.
What?
Not real Ryan Sheckler, but all of the boys in my middle school face smashed my crush with Ryan Sheckler.
Right.
My 12-year-old crush onto Ryan Sheckler's body/face, and then friended me on Facebook with that new profile picture.
Did you message them?
Connor, he messaged me and asked me to be his girlfriend. And I obviously was like, hell yeah. You are so hot.
Always in a little arm cast.
And I still get Facebook memories of me writing on his wall and him writing on mine that are hey babe, missing you tonight.
Wait, were the kids messing with you?
And it was 5 boys from my grade that had face smashed.
No wonder you like Pen 15 so much.
I mean, he still kind of pulls at my heartstrings.
Me too, honestly.
Yeah.
It reminds me of my childhood.
But sometimes I get Facebook memories of me and Dylan was my boyfriend's name that was Ryan Sheckler.
You didn't notice that it was Ryan Sheckler?
I didn't know who Ryan Sheckler was at the time.
Oh.
Yeah. And now I'll never forget him.
It's okay. I don't know if I'm sorry or if that shit helped shape you as a person.
I do think it helped shape me, and I do think that's why I love the kind of shows that I love. And I guess that you've never been
randomly
catfished.
About to throw up.
Really?
Oh no, I'm okay.
Okay. Woo.
It was the mix of coffee and sparkling water.
Yeah, I had to make a tough choice before this podcast if I wanted to fall asleep during the podcast or if I wanted to have coffee and probably shit my pants in the middle of the podcast. And I am
see you're sipping on
this
that coffee.
So I do want to warn everyone that we don't know. We don't know where the next half hour is going to take us in terms of.
You brought in an extra pair of pants.
I did.
Right?
Yeah, I did. Thank you for reminding me.
Of course. Here's. Oh.
What?
Oh my gosh.
I wasn't really done talking about Queer Eye yet. It's
Go
okay.
ahead.
I guess I am done. But I was just going to say that I saw Tan in Philly when he was filming, and we were at the same restaurant. And I, as some of you may have gathered at this time, I'm not like so good around celebrities. So he was eating, and then I kind of just waited outside for him for like 40 minutes until he finished his meal, and then just stood there and stared at him when he walked out. And so the fact that he didn't immediately come up to me and introduce himself has kind of changed the way I think about him.
Right. Well, I almost crashed my car because I saw Will Ferrell the other day.
Oh, I remember that. I would have
screamed at the top of my lungs, and then I parked illegally on Beverly Boulevard in West Hollywood. And I went in, and in a panic at Blue Bottle Coffee, I bought a baguette. And I just sat eating a piece of bread next to Will Ferrell. Here's how delusional I am. I'm thinking, he'll know to say hi to me.
He would. Just like Tan should have said hi to me.
I heard that he's mean.
Will?
Yeah. I didn't even want to say that out loud, but I did hear that because I Snapchatted everybody. I was like, guys, I'm gonna like have a freak out because I'm sitting.
That's a bad one to hear.
I'm sitting 4 feet away. I'm sitting 4 feet away from. That's the only person I've ever been legitimately starstruck, and he was sitting there with Molly Shannon.
Right.
And just to see them, it felt like I was seeing like a wild horse or a dolphin, like out in the wild. I was like,
well, it really is hard to believe that they're like real people.
I'm sitting there eating a fucking baguette.
I'm sure you were really, really cute, and they loved you.
No, I was sitting like weirdly close to them alone. So I'm pretty sure that they hated me, actually. You know who I sat next to at dinner last weekend? Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, I do know that. He's really, really, really cute.
And he had a whole entourage with him.
Uh-huh.
And his friend had a hat on that I also have the hat. And I said, hey.
To the friend or to Toby?
To the friend, but Toby was right there because I went like this. I kind of leaned back in my chair and I said, hey, I have that hat. And he said, okay. And
then I'm sure Toby followed you on Instagram after that.
Right.
Yeah.
I went to the cash so basically, I forgot where we went to eat, but you basically go up and you order like a Chipotle, like it's like a nice Chipotle.
Okay.
It's called something. It's
Takaya?
No. Like nice, like sit down, order margaritas, like it's nice.
Okay.
And Tobey Maguire was there. That's like how nice it was.
Right.
And I went to the cash register and I said, because Toby was ooh, little mini stroke.
Take it from the top.
I kind of lost my train. Oh, Toby was like two people behind me, and I go to the cashier and I go, "Are you so excited to take Tobey Maguire's order in like 30 seconds?" She goes, "No, he comes here all the time." I was like, "Okay."
Has he been in anything since Spider-Man?
I don't watch really any movies like that.
Like Spider-Man?
Like superhero, Marvel.
But I don't think that. I think like he's just like a normal actor. I don't know what he's been in since.
I don't think he has been in anything. Nothing that. Let's see. Spider-Man. Oh, is he in Boss Baby?
Oh, that's where I know him from. Toby.
He's in Boss Baby.
If you had gone up to him and said, "Toby, I love your performance in Boss Baby."
Oh my gosh. I'm going to go to that restaurant every single day until he comes back.
Yeah. That's something that he'll remember.
No, he's literally not in anything essentially besides
Spider-Man. And that movie about the horses with bulimia.
No, that was Jake Dumal. Oh,
what?
You're thinking of
Who is Jake
Super
Dumal?
Chariot. Seabiscuit.
No, Seabiscuit.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's exactly what I was thinking of.
What did I just call the horse?
Jake Dumal?
Let's move on.
Okay.
So anyways, I sat next to him and that's it. That's the story. But one celebrity that I want to talk about.
Okay.
Guess who?
If I had one guess, which I do, I would say it's Larry David.
Do you want to hear a story about Larry David? Because you know that Larry David's a love of my life.
Who was it, Connor? Who was it?
I want to talk about Britney Spears and Jamie Lynn Spears.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's get into it.
I do want to talk about Larry David really quick because you obviously know that.
I know he's the love of your life.
I'm sorry. Because I said the only person I've ever been starstruck by was Will Ferrell and Molly Shannon. When in reality, if I ever saw Larry David, I think my soul would leave my
If I saw Larry, I would turn around because there's no good interaction that could come of that.
Anyways, when over New Year's, when I was with my buddy.
Oh yeah.
He he's one of my good friends, but his dad works in Hollywood and he FaceTimes his dad and they are flying to Maui to golf, and naturally Larry David is on this trip with him. Larry David and Owen Wilson.
And I didn't know they were friends. That's an unlikely pairing.
Yeah, I said the same thing.
Although I guess that makes sense because Larry has like Vince Vaughn, Ben Stiller on Curb, and I feel like Owen's very much in that friend group.
It's an interesting little pocket of Hollywood. Those are like A-list, 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 A-list.
Yeah, it is an interesting little pocket, and I'd love to go on a Maui trip with them.
I would love to just...
They're probably watching this. Hi, guys.
Hi, Larry. Hi, Uncle Larry.
Hi, Owen.
But anyways, Britney Spears, Jamie Spears.
Yeah, I feel like you're going to have something to say about this that I am going to disagree with. If you want to get into that.
I just want to say, in the best way possible, I'm so elated that she is free from the conservatorship.
Of course.
I want someone to take her phone because I think it's not doing her any favors to have... I know that it did actually do her a lot of favors because she got the word out.
Right. You're thinking that, yeah.
We're all thinking it.
Well, I have two things to say about that. One, I think like you've been held hostage for that long. Like, obviously you're not going to be functioning at like, I don't know what word to use here.
Yeah, but like, I know whatever word you choose is not going to be the best way.
Yeah, but I'm just like, obviously you're not like at your best.
You're not going to be 100.
You're not coming out of a conservatorship where your family's held you hostage, being like, I am like so mentally.
You're not going to make Gwyneth Paltrow coming out of that.
Right, you're not going to be on Goop or your Poosh or whatever at this time. But I did see a TikTok of somebody reading Britney's like long rambling Instagram captions in a Southern accent.
Oh, mama should have slapped the shit out of you. No, I was reading that too.
Yeah. And it made complete, like all of a sudden I understood it completely. Like it was like when I was reading it myself, I was like, I can't really follow. And then once it was translated to a Southern accent.
It all clicked?
Clicked immediately. Like felt
What's funny is I read it and like, I read her comments.
But like a deep Southern accent.
And someone posted on Twitter and was like, Britney is speaking like she's from the set, like, you know?
Where is she from?
She's from like a small town in Texas, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the South.
And what was really just like gave me the chills on that post. I'm saying just in general, it's not helping her. Like I was shocked that the judge wasn't like, you're posting fuck, shit. Did you see that
she's
video?
Mad.
No, it was like
I would be.
It was like a thirst trap.
Yeah, I mean like she's free now. Like
no, she's from Mississippi.
Oh yeah, so then that makes complete sense.
Yeah, no. I'm saying I'm so excited for her. I just think that being in the public eye is not a healthy thing for her.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like if I was like suddenly freed after like that long of being like held hostage like that, I would just like explode and like do whatever I wanted, like to another extent.
I guess we'll never be able to relate to something like that. So I'm sure she's going through a lot. But her thing that she said about Jamie Lynn was like, I came back and this 12-year-old has a show on Nickelodeon. I wonder how that happened because she like never worked a day in her life.
So many people are coming for Jamie Lynn, like, you know, rightfully so. Like obviously she didn't really speak out very much, but like
she went on Call Her Daddy.
She went on Call Her Daddy. Like she's
writing a book.
She's speaking out now when she should have been speaking out
8 months ago.
Exactly.
But Call Her Daddy
was like not a move, but like
whoa, yeah, she shouldn't be given any
sympathy for Jamie Lynn because those parents. Like, that's the problem. Like, they are psycho.
Right. I mean, it's kind of like...
Like, obviously, Jamie Lynn is
kind of like
mentally...
Amy Winehouse's parents, they were, like, pushing her to do more and more and more, and she was like, I can't.
Yeah, like, I don't think, like, we should...
Excuse me.
Like, I feel like she should be getting more grace, Jamie Lynn, just because, like, if you're with the parents that they clearly were with,
Britney,
like, of course. I'm just, like, separating from Britney.
Right.
Like, I feel like so many people are like, Jamie Lynn is our number one target now, but like, obviously she's messed up. Like, look at what happened in that house, like with those parents. I don't know. I struggle to like, be like, this is a bad person once, like knowing like where they came from, kind of like.
They were in an abusive household.
Yeah.
The funniest, on a lighter note, the funniest video that I've ever seen. pretty close is Jamie Lynn getting on Instagram on her story and tagging Elon Musk and saying, "Your cars are too quiet. We keep running over our cats. You owe me some cats, Elon."
Well,
and she's being serious.
She's a little something, because she also, when she went on Call Her Daddy, she was like, I have a text message that will absolutely like clear my name.
What was the text?
The text was basically her just like texting Britney a few, like during like the height of all the Free Britney controversy, being like, hey, like, here's how I think I can help, like, end your conservatorship. Basically, I don't know if that, it was just like her trying to be helpful and like her reaching out. And just like, so she was just like proving that like she did communicate with Britney, like she did try to help, but she like got on Call Her Daddy and was like, and Alex was like, so I hear you have a text that will completely clear your name. And Jamie's like, yeah, like, did I bring my phone? Like, does anyone have? Of course you brought your phone. That's the whole reason you went on, was to show that text.
Wait, did you watch the?
I watched that clip.
I saw that
did
clip
anyone
too,
bring
actually.
my phone? Like, duh.
Well,
that's why you went on. You know, so you know.
It's all on a hinge. I'm honestly kind of Jamie Lind out. I don't really care. It's like, it's over it, right?
Right. I think like all the attention that they should be getting is just like positive attention for Britney right now, and just like getting her where she needs to be.
The social media of it all is just a little bit too much.
Speaking of social media.
Yeah. Good Lord. Let's get into this kid.
Yeah. Let's talk about Axel. For those
when
of you that
Alex
don't know,
Weber was rejected from Juilliard, the internet
Axel.
stepped in. What did I say?
Alex.
Oh, Axel. So Alex and I are mutuals on TikTok. Just saying.
Okay, but we are not. Me and Alex are not, so I can say
Axel.
Oh my God, did I say Alex?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I just shit on you for saying that.
That's okay. I don't
wow,
really care.
that's a really bad look on my end. Sorry. I'm not mutuals with Axel, so I can say whatever I want. I would never say anything bad about anyone, though. He's so fucking annoying, though. But I would never. I would literally never say a bad word about anyone.
Okay, what's so funny is like I at first I was like, this is like an endearing.
I think a lot of people thought that at first.
But and here's what sucks for him.
Yeah.
Seems like a really nice dude. The algorithm is shoving him down everybody's throat that it's
right.
It's killing people, and it's not his fault, because I think that he's just he's a content creator. That's what he does. He's posting content.
I don't think it's. If there are people that don't know Axel, basically he's this like 20-something-year-old boy who moved to New York to try to get into Juilliard. Here he is.
He is so cute. Like, he's like a little cute dude.
Okay.
He looks like a cartoon to me.
Yeah.
And I think that's why everyone's drawn to him.
Okay. I feel horrible about what I said about Axel now. I'm having anxiety.
I think you're fine.
Okay. I love you, Axel. I didn't mean it. But
no, I think what your sentiment wasn't that he himself is a bad person. It was
it's just that he's so annoying.
You can't get away from the content.
Right. He's not annoying. His content's annoying.
I would like to be on the FYP every once in a while.
As well as his personality. Yeah. But
we're being negative.
I know.
We're being so
I'm
negative.
feeling horrible, but I have to tell the truth. You know, it's just my cross to bear. But anyway, if you don't know who he is, he moved to New York to try to get into Juilliard.
Right.
Didn't get into Juilliard, and then also lives in like his self-proclaimed like the smallest apartment in New York, and that's the original TikTok that went viral. Was I live in the smallest apartment.
You remember like OG TikTok when people would like redo their basement or like their pool, and that's all they would post, and they would get 10 million
10
views.
different parts, and like I was locked and loaded into every single part.
Yeah, so I'm really fascinated with
Axel.
I just can't.
No, I think the thing, like I do think like it's not his fault that his content is being pushed out, and that he's only.
You know what? I think we can flip this and make this a positive thing. It's fascinating what can come from TikTok.
No, here's what I'm gonna say.
Okay.
Is that the reason I think he's annoying is that because he very clearly like from stalking and just like it's pretty clear that he comes from like a, you know, normal, like a well-off family, and then like has chosen to put himself in this like very working class group of New Yorkers when there are people that are in that group that don't have the choice.
Need the affordable housing.
Yeah, and they don't have the choice to be in that group.
Right.
And he's the one benefiting from being in that group. And the people who don't have a choice to be in that group are not benefiting and still struggling. So what I saw is like, okay, what can Axel do about it? Like, I feel like he needs to kind of address that and then bring up the group with him, not on his back as a single person. But I don't know, just like find a way, just like, do you know?
No,
like I don't even know what he could do,
know.
but there's something about it that doesn't feel right.
What sucks for him is he's getting just like torn to shreds on the internet right now.
Right, I know,
and
I feel horrible to be part of that. But
it's not his. It's literally the algorithm's fault.
I know there's just something that just doesn't sit right about like a rich kid cosplaying,
right?
As like,
well, he's getting
living
just absolutely shredded. I felt bad. I felt badly that I was feeling negative feelings. I don't even want to say it. And then I realized I'm like, oh, I'm like a lot of people feel this way. Like
a lot of people,
like Lil Sass,
and
Lil
I
Sauce,
do. I do feel bad for him. But it makes sense.
I think it's an enigma. I really just think it's like a confusing, like, why do I have bitterness? Like what?
Do you think you're jealous of Axel?
Yeah, I do.
Really? Yeah. What do you want? The modeling contract?
I want his
his numbers, his followers.
I want his followers. And I want his views.
Yeah, but the good thing about you is you don't have to like do this whole thing of moving to New York to live in the smallest apartment and getting rejected by Juilliard. And you don't need the whole plot. You just have your winning personality and looks.
Thanks. You could cut the sexual tension with a knife in here right now.
Hell yeah. Okay, I guess that's all I have to say about Axel.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else you want to add?
No, I don't. I think that we covered everything. I do want to talk about West Elm Caleb.
Sure, of course.
I took a little hiatus from TikTok. Sometimes it's good to do for your mental health. Of
course.
But I saw West Elm Caleb make it to Twitter, and tell me about him. Like, what is he? Just like a serial dater ghoster?
Well, basically, my understanding is that he love bombs people, which is a new term for me that is super interesting. He just lays it on really thick at first. Basically, like messaging these girls, making them playlists. He made like, I don't know, he went out with like 20 girls and made them all the same playlist, but different names. So he'll be like, I made you this playlist.
It's like, American Psycho.
He's psycho. Upon like the first meeting, like love bombs them, like makes them think that he's in love with them. They fall in love with him. And then after like the third date completely ghosts. And then in between them is sending nudes, which that part I'm not really clear on, but I know there's nudes involved. Like there's like a creepy part of him too.
So I actually like search it on Twitter, because Twitter's where you get like
Twitter's where you get your news.
It's where I get my news. Twitter and Snapchat Discover page is where I get my news. But I was like, this guy must be Jacob Elordi. Like attractive level for him to just like, he looks like a little
he's just
rat
like
man.
A normal boy who should not have the power that he does.
No, it's another fascinating TikTok explosion. Like he's messing up, but like I can't imagine.
Are you wanting his clout?
No,
like, would you want that?
No. I'm saying
you're not jealous of him.
I can't imagine like. Yes, he's an asshole, but like, he's not going to be able to get a job.
No, he might have ruined his life.
Yeah, but
well, he should have. Yeah, I hope he gets what he deserves, because he's an asshole and all men are trash. No offense.
None taken. I understand. Men are trash.
They literally are, and West Elm Caleb is just like reminding us of that daily.
A garbage can.
Garbage, absolute dumpster fire. And now I'm going to be on the lookout for love bombing, because I think I was love bombed when that boy responded to my Instagram story.
Right.
And then I couldn't stop thinking about it for 3 weeks. That's love bombing.
See, like a love bomb. Wait, is a love bomb just being like, I love you, like after 2 dates?
It's just like being like super, super romantic right off the bat. So like making the playlist, he was basically like, you are just like texting nonstop about how much he liked each of the girls, taking them on dates.
And then just
sending nudes.
And then just ghosting.
And then absolutely ghosting.
That's just dating though. Or maybe that's my experience with dating.
Which side?
I would be on the receiving end. No. I'm receiving the ghoul. You know that's happened.
Your problem is that you say that you're ghosted, but you never answer it. You like a girl will text you and then you won't answer for 6 weeks. And then you'll text 6 weeks later and she won't respond, and you'll call that ghosting.
Well, I guess Megan Fox, Julia Fox.
Is that making sense at all?
And Kanye West. Let's talk about Julia Fox and Kanye West.
Sure, I know absolutely nothing. Every time I see Kanye in a headline, it's too much. It's scroll right past it.
I have to say, this like news cycle we're in, where it's like celebrities dating each other and like trying to one up each other by being who can be the most bizarre.
Did you hear about like the interesting thing about Meghan's ring?
That if she takes it off, it hurts her?
And she'll bleed. Because she should never take that off.
What is going on?
I mean, hell if I know.
Why is everybody like weird? Why is everyone so weird?
I don't know what to tell you. I mean, we are completely perfectly
Stop
normal.
Interviewing them.
It is
I don't want to know anything else.
Well, I kind of do want to know.
It is fascinating. I like it.
Yeah, I do want to know every little detail, but also
here something that upset me.
Wait, are you not able to tell me about Julia Fox?
Oh, Julia Fox.
Kanye
I'm sorry.
And Julia Fox?
Julia Fox and Kanye West. Julia is an actress. She was in Uncut Gems with Adam Sandler.
Okay, I never saw that.
I didn't either.
Is she like super hot model?
Yeah, she's pretty.
Mm-hmm.
She's a model. It's so they're one up oh my gosh, words. Just give me one sentence, Connor. Basically, like Kanye West seeked her out, and it's kind of cool. She has like a podcast. Like she has a podcast. She's like a normal girl.
That's cool.
She's a celebrity, of course, but like she's not Kim Kardashian. You know what I mean?
No,
she's
I don't know who she is.
She's just a girl,
right?
Essentially. So he
just
basically takes her. I think she has a podcast. She definitely has like a blog, and they went on their first date, and Kanye, she posted a blog article about her first date, and like worded it like it was like everything of the sort. Like he got her a hotel room or something above or like near the restaurant, and filled it top to bottom with like a full wardrobe. Like, and she shopped, but he got her all these clothes and like set it up. And she like wrote like every little detail. Like he came in on time. I was shocked. Like wrote about it.
How did he searched her out? You're saying?
He sought her out, and now they're in. I mean, they're full blown dating. They're like at an event together. Like last night, I got that from Snapchat Discover.
Of
page.
Course.
She's not Kim Kardashian. That's just like it's just
no one ever
it's
will
weird
be.
to see this whole dating thing right now.
Do you think it's just like him with her is just for show, like to get back at Kim and Pete, like kind of a power move?
It seems like publicity. I don't know.
But
everyone that's dating right now in the world
publicity
is just like, I'm so confused.
Do you think Kim and Pete are publicity?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I kind of think they're in love.
I don't think so.
I guess time will tell.
Yeah, because I have a video of myself on my birthday in September of last year saying I give Travis Barker and Kourtney Kardashian 6 months. I was dead wrong.
You were dead wrong.
They're getting married.
They're in it for the long. I don't like the day they get divorced. Like I think I will really question love.
Well, it's crazy because Kourtney doesn't believe in marriage. That's why her and Scott never got married.
She didn't believe in marriage with Scott.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hurts to be Scott.
They're friends though.
Yeah, they co-parent.
And then obviously Megan Fox, MGK, engaged.
Yeah, we talked about the ring.
I don't even want to talk about it.
Yeah, I don't care.
He wore like that striped shirt, a whole outfit. He looked like Beetlejuice. Did you see?
Yeah, I mean they terrify me. Like if I saw them,
I don't want to be negative. I'm happy for them.
Oh no, and I wouldn't be. And I'm stoked for them. They scare the shit out of me.
So scary.
Like if I saw them at an event,
chills.
FBCs, full body chills.
Oh, I just got twice.
I know they are really scary.
And you heard about Green M&M, I'm sure. In other celebrity news,
the Green M&M is being slut shamed. Yeah, there's a lot of sexism in the Hershey community, and it's fucked up. I mean, what else is there to say? The Green M&M was so like drop dead, like hot, like ooze sex appeal. Like there was no question about it.
I'm so shocked Pete Davidson has not tried to fuck the Green M&M.
I mean, there was no question about it. Like you would look at that M&M and be like, that is like a sexual.
It's kind of like creature. I'm sure like a lot of people would agree that there was.
Like she is so hot. Like Sydney Sweeney who? But anyway, and now she's this, and again, like, I mean, it's just sick.
Cute.
Like,
she's
if you guys don't believe in sexism, like, this is it. Like, free her body.
So what was this, like, an issue for some?
I think they were just thinking
people?
She's too sexy. Like, why are we?
She's supposed to be.
Exactly. Well, I guess there's a community of people who like aren't wanting their M&Ms to be that hot. I don't know. Like,
because they'll melt.
Good one. But like, I don't. And
it's just like it's weird when there's people like starving. There's like mass poverty even in America.
And like, this is the headline.
You had time.
What?
Who has time
to talk about the green M&M?
No, who has time to change?
Oh, who has time to change the green M&M?
Like a headline issue.
Yeah, I don't know, but they have made an issue
and
out of they took something great and made it. Don't fix what's not broken. She was not broken in the slightest, and they broke her. And so all I have to say,
where are we going?
Is
as a community, as a country, as people, like when we have to desexualize our
it's interesting that we have talked about like a lot of serious issues today, and this is the one that you're shaking. Like, my hands are clamming up because I'm getting so fired up about the green M&M.
Justice for Britney and justice for hot green M&M.
100%. I'm glad we can agree on something.
Oh, that's going to be like a hot button agreement.
And that is the hottest button that I'm going to press.
Oh my
today.
Gosh. Let's move on because I'm getting fired up and I wasn't aware that they had already gone through with her.
They did move forward with the transformation process of the green M&M. Yeah.
Just like,
and she's
sweating. I'm all worked up.
I would never call another woman unattractive ever, but she was hotter before.
They took something away
that we needed. And I hope that Hershey's Incorporated, if you're seeing this, please do the right thing and bring our girl back. Bring our girl home. We want her.
Like, these past few years have been so hard.
Give us
for all of
us, and you're making it harder.
Hot green M&M.
Yeah, and that's all we'll say. Okay.
Please.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
A few weeks ago, and by that I mean like maybe a month and a half ago or something.
That's a few weeks.
Yeah, we did a screen test just to see if, we kind of work well together in a podcast form. And when we did the screen test, we prank called our dads. And that's what we're going to show you right now.
Yep.
Is us prank calling our dads. We did that TikTok prank that was going around a while ago that was
we're at the mechanic.
And they are
charge
saying
us for something ridiculous.
It's like hundreds of dollars to fill your tires with premium air. So that's what we did. And we're going to play that for you right now.
I think it's time we maybe switch gears.
That's fine.
And have like a little bit of an interjection here. And I think that maybe we could prank call your dad.
Okay, well, now I'm feeling silly because I was supposed to text him and say, do you mind if I call you in an hour? Because this is around the time he recently bought like a bike, not a Peloton, but something. And he travels the world on it. Like, it's stationary. It's not a Peloton, but it's just like a stationary bike. And he like will go somewhere new every day for hours. And he doesn't stop talking about it. But I fear that he's on his bike, but I'm going to give him a call. Stationary bike traveling the world. But I'm going to give him a call and try that.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with the oil changing prank that's viral on TikTok?
Yeah. Well, do you want to break it down?
Yeah, I'll break it down. Basically, usually a girl in most situations calls their dad or boyfriend or whatever and says that she just got charged $500 for an oil change in addition to a few $100 for premium air in her tires. So I'm going to go ahead and try that on my dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that'd be really funny.
I did it, and some girl DM'd me and was like, this is for girls.
I do think that it plays into the patriarchy a bit.
Yeah, right. Like, I don't know how to do any of that. I get scammed.
Change your oil?
Mechanic.
You do, yeah.
Every single time I go?
Yeah.
That's a universal experience.
That is a universal truth of getting scammed. Okay, guys, do I just call on my phone right now? Okay.
Oh, shoot. That scared me.
I can't.
I put it closer to the mic.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, buddy, I'm on the bike.
Oh, you're on your bike? Can I just ask you a real quick question?
Yeah.
I'm at the mechanic and they just charged me $500 for an oil change.
No, they couldn't have done that.
I swear, $500 for an oil change and then an additional $200 for for premium air in my tires?
Are you joking with me?
No.
Premium air? What the fuck is that? No, that's bullshit. Oil changes are $60-$80.
Really? So I just got scammed, huh?
Yeah, you did.
Okay, well, what do I do?
Go back and speak to the manager.
I can't do that.
Yes, you can. And I'd like you to send me a copy of that bill.
Okay. Well, can you talk to the manager?
I will talk to the manager. Send me the bill.
Send you the bill? Okay. I'll send you the bill. Okay, love you. Bye.
Wait. He's like he's not fucking around.
He was on the bike, of course.
He was like, what the fuck?
I know. He was on the bike.
Should I try my parents?
Yeah, please.
Okay. My mom called me twice this morning.
Oh, God. Did you call back?
Hell no. You want to see the text she sent me this morning?
Yeah.
4:51 a.m. She texts me a link to Ancient Tales of Wisdom, correcting one's wrongdoings, changing one's fate. What could that even be about? And the image is like an ancient Chinese scroll.
Did you respond?
No. What do I say to that?
I just emphasize all the links that my mom sends me.
And then yesterday, 4:47 a.m., link to healthline.com, benefits of pineapple juice.
I saw that recently too.
I don't
you
need
don't
that
like
text.
pineapple juice?
No, but you know the benefits of pineapple juice.
I actually do. But
I
I
don't
think
need that
there's
text
more.
from my mom.
I think there's more than that, what you're thinking of. Like health benefit. It's worth a try.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay,
Well,
give her a ring.
Okay. Should I call my mom or my dad?
Dad,
My
maybe.
my dad and your dad, I don't think are going to have the same thing. Okay, here we go.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, really quick, I'm at the mechanic.
You're where?
I'm at the mechanic.
Yeah.
You know how I got my oil changed the other day?
Yeah.
They said,
No.
oh, well, they charged me $500.
For what?
The oil change?
Where'd you have it done?
The mechanic, the dealership.
No, there's no such thing as a $500 oil change.
That's what it was, and they charged me an additional $200 because they filled my tires up, and they said it was premium air.
They put nitrogen in, which you didn't need.
Oh,
but
shoot.
That wouldn't even be $200.
What do you think?
There should have been. I've never heard of. You can bring your friggin' Lamborghini in for friggin' $300 and have your oil changed.
Okay.
I have moms. I get my truck done all the time down at Toyota, and it's like $90.
Okay. All right. I gotta go have a word, I guess, with the manager.
Exactly. So, look on the site and see what the oil change is and say, hey, I came in for an oil change. I didn't ask for any of this shit.
Okay.
I didn't ask for this shit.
Okay.
So, and stand up for yourself. That pisses me off.
Okay.
All right, buddy.
Okay.
Love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Dad,
Bye.
call me back.
I will. Bye. I almost feel kind of bad.
I know, that was wholesome and sad. Buddy, I could do that all day.
No, my dad's famous line is, Mike, he'll do 40 seconds of like skitty before he finally gets like his thought out.
Oh my God, that was really good, I have to say. Like,
Excuse me.
doesn't get old at all.
To me, I feel really guilty.
Oh,
about
really?
that. Like I'm gonna have to call him back.
Okay. That is a riot.
I can't believe both of our dads answered, honestly.
I know. Did you ever tell your dad that was a prank?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. He was so upset with me.
Oh, that's breaking
more
my
like
heart.
bummed than upset because he was like, I was pacing all day, like wondering about your charge. I was waiting for you to send me a picture of the receipt. Poor guy.
That is breaking my heart.
But,
and I never told my dad because I felt too bad. And the moral of the story is we can't keep prank calling our dads. One, because they'll catch on. Two, because we feel too bad. So, Connor, take it away because I don't have my glasses with me and I need to make an eye doctor appointment before my insurance runs out. So please hold me accountable to do so.
Right. So obviously we can't do that every week.
And I can't read this, so that's why I was saying that. Okay, sorry.
We can't prank call our dads every week for so many reasons, but we want suggestions from everybody that's listening. Like, should we do more prank calls? We could answer questions. We could take comments. If you need advice, we're going to be very transparent with you. So
always.
That's
Honesty
we pride ourselves.
And if you want us to even call you,
we can call you.
We can call you live on the episode. We can call your friend. Connor can make your doctor's appointment for you. I clearly can't, as I'm still waiting on calling that eye doctor.
Right.
But Connor can.
Well, if you guys are interested in any of the above or all of the above, send us an email, please. It's dearbnc@gmail.com. That's dearbandc@gmail.com. It's in the description below. It should be on the screen right now if you're watching on YouTube. And also, please throw us a bone.
Mm-hmm.
And by bone, I mean follow us on all of our socials at BNCMAP. That's B, the letter N, C, MAP.
That is, again, just to repeat that one more time so I can feel like I had a contribution. That is BNCMAP.
Obviously, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. Speaking of Twitter, again, if you're listening on Thursday, we're doing a Twitter Spaces tonight. I think we're wrapping up right now.
I think so. Episode 1 down.
Please subscribe. Smash that like button, you guys.
Smash that like button. It was really, really nice to talk to you guys, and we just absolutely love you so much.
Oops, and I messed up. If you're listening to this right now,
it's not.
On Thursday, we're doing a Twitter Spaces tomorrow, Friday. That should be so fun. It'll be like a bonus pod.
Bonus Jonas.
Yeah, bonus Jonas.
Woo! Thank you, guys.
Bye, guys.
Talk to you next week.